All right, how's it going? We're Grupo Cinco, the best group ever, and we're here to explain our landscaping client invoice sheet. It's a super great sheet. So, this sheet is designed to show previous projects and the cost breakdown of materials, quantities, and hours spent. The material sheet shows the types of materials used in our projects and the cost per unit. The client sheet shows the clients by name and their respective needs for materials and their individual projects. The quantity and total cost sheet breaks down the materials for each project. These charts can be filtered to show data based on client name, material, or quantity. This uses quantities ordered and unit price to total the cost owed to the client, owed by the client, and applied discounts as explained. The time completion sheet uses the quantities and unit hours needed to install to calculate how long each material will take to install. This is then applied to each individual project to see how many hours they took to complete. Wow.
This first material sheet, as you can see, just shows our 9 different materials and the unit price per square foot of each one. And here in the clients, we have the client sheet, we have a list of our clients, and you can just put in how much of each one they needed. And you can also see the total number of materials, different materials needed by each client.
Under the quantity and total cost sheet, this is where the bulk of the information is. It shows the client that we have certain main filters for that, the materials that they need, the unit price for it, the quantities, and the total cost per unit, which is dependent upon the quantity and the unit price. And then, so here, let me get rid of this filter right here and show everyone. So for all 4 of our clients, we have all this information right here, but through the filter, we can only select one. So we're going to do Bill James. And so over here, we also decided that's part of our landscaping company. We decided to add a discount if they spend $1,000 or more. And this applies per $1,000 they make. They get a $50 discount set right here. And so if you notice Bill up here, he didn't quite reach the $1,000 mark, so the AND function comes back as false. This discount multiple just shows how many times they get the discount, and then we just take that multiple and minus it from the final cost.
This here is the time completion sheet where we have the list of materials and then the unit amount of hours that it would take to install a square foot of that material. So you can see sand, it comes in a big old bucket. You can pour it out and it's real quick. But those hostas, you got to plant them, you got to baby them, you got to make sure they're all good. And so their hourly unit is a little more. And so we used that material as a base to then use our clients, the materials, and then the quantity of those materials that they ordered. And then we use that to calculate the hours it would take to install. And then we totaled the total project duration in hours for each client, which is represented both by the table on the right and the graph beneath. So you see Joe Jordan's got a huge old yard and Bill James needs some more real estate.
And then last here is a group contribution sheet where we show that the 3 of us all contributed. This letter grade is just for fun as well as a score, but here specifically is what each of us did. Please give us a good grade. We would very much appreciate it.
Amen.
Yeah, and that's our invoice for landscaping.
Oh, we killed that.